Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 140. I'm Ryan, and I'm joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin. And tonight, for our birthday...
What?
What? 3 years old.
Hey, it's your birthday.
Take it
All
away.
you can do.
It's my birthday too, yeah.
Anyways, 140 in. Third year going today, as you're listening to this, or maybe, I don't know.
When it's released.
When it's released, 3 years old. But we're joined by one of our favorite guests who will actually come back on the show. Ray Chase. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Hey there, guys. Hanging out with you 3-year-old babies. Look at you. Adorable.
Remember what's the big thing when you're 3 years old? Like what? Oh, well, guess what? We can't get into Disney free anymore.
Oh. Can't get into Disney
I know,
anyways,
of course,
right now.
nobody can get into Disney right now.
Potty training's going well.
Terrible
well,
twos.
You know,
I mean,
I've never had a baby, so I don't know.
it's not a real thing. Because it just kind of keeps going for long.
It's just,
True.
it's just a
True.
terrible children.
It probably used to be that way, but
Aw,
something in the water now.
my kids are
Terrible
great.
single digits.
They're so great. I've enjoyed so much being stuck in the house with them for 2 weeks, never getting a break. Ray asked me earlier, what's changed? Like, how's it going? What's changed? I'm like, nothing's changed for me because I'm a stay-at-home dad. I just can't go out of the house now. That's the only thing. It's all stayed the same.
You get no breaks.
No breaks. I get no breaks. With my wife's job, they're working all these other crazy meetings going on, so she's working more in her office, which means from sun up to sundown I'm with the kids. I'm losing my mind.
Ryan just goes into the bedroom and screams into a pillow.
Yeah, I do.
He just carries a pillow with him.
Yeah, I got one right here.
He
Actually.
can't go off on his own.
Mr. Pillow, you're my best friend.
I told our parents, our mom draws pictures of houses, so if you need a picture of your house, Nancy Street.
We got
what's her
somebody for
website?
you.
Nancy Street something? I forget her website.
It's the Street Creations.
Nancy Street Creations. Yeah, you can check it out. But she said that she had to go to the post office. And I'm like, you don't need to go to the post office? All this craziness going on. She's like, well, I got to mail these pictures. And this is how stir crazy I am. Well, if you're going to the post office, you can just mail me something too. I don't care what it is. You can mail me like some of your trash or, just something you find later around the house. Just so I can be like, oh, something new, something different.
Oh.
It's a message in a bottle. Wilson, we're saved.
I opened my window the other day upstairs and yelled at the neighbors. Get me out of here! Help me! And they just laughed. I don't know how. I mean, this is serious stuff that we're going through right now, and we're going to try to make you laugh and have fun throughout this episode of I Am Geek, and hopefully every episode of I Am Geek will make you laugh.
No, we're usually pretty serious.
You have
Yeah.
some fun. We said that last time too.
There's been several episodes where I've cried.
Yeah, well, me too. When I'm editing them, I'm like, oh, what is this?
What have I done?
But I don't know how people are treating this coronavirus thing where you guys are, but to me it feels like that the neighborhood, at least the neighborhood I live in, just thinks it's like some kind of vacation and party zone because they're like calling in food trucks to come in. Like today there was like Kona Ice is going to be in the neighborhood. Everybody get ready. And they're like, woo, because there's like a Facebook group that like everybody in the neighborhood's on. I'm like, what? They're like, the line's already forming. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I'm never leaving my house again. Because
Yeah.
this place is going to be Zombieville in a week or two.
The longest line ever with all the space they got to put in between each other.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. Like they have Kona today, and then they have some nacho truck coming. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm not getting Corona over a bowl of chips and cheese. It's not happening.
And then
like,
later we're bobbing for apples. Yay! Come on.
somebody said they're setting up a moonshine stand. I'm like, what is going on?
You got a kissing booth.
Bounce house for the
Yeah.
kids. Let them get in there.
Our kids made lemonade.
Yeah. But my kids are seeing kids outside riding their bikes and playing together, and like, can we go outside? And I'm like, no, you're not going outside.
No.
I'm like, you can go in the backyard.
It is forbidden.
We're not going to the front yard. And and my wife was like, no, we could take him out. And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, it's calming down. Let me take him for a bike ride. And as soon as we opened the door, there was these little kids just standing at our door, staring at us. And I was like, close the door. Get back inside.
Zombies.
Like, come on, people. And I have
Beating
like
them off with a bat.
asthma and stuff, and my wife has some autoimmune stuff. So I'm like, if we get these things, it's done. It's over. We'll find our kids over our dead bodies in the house. It's horrible to say, but it's like I'm not messing around with this stuff. It's getting worse and worse, and I hate to be all somber or whatever about it, but
Oh yeah,
good stuff.
we because the housing prices and everything and all that stuff, we actually redid our mortgage for a better rate and stuff. But we had to have an appraiser come to the house
Oh no.
on Wednesday, and they're like, oh no, we don't touch anything. You open all the doors and everything, turn on the lights. We won't touch anything. We just walk through, take pictures, and we leave. And it was like, it's just going to be me coming. Well, two people showed up.
Oh, no.
And yeah, like we had to put cats in their carriers, which is a thing on its own to do. They will. It's like a cartoon where you see someone trying to put a cat into a box. It's like the paws go out in every direction, hitting every corner somehow, and you just kind of push and they just spring back. Finally got them in there, but yeah, two people showed up, and they're walking through the house taking pictures. We had to open up everything, turn the lights, and the one lady was like, whatever his name is, called from him, and he was in another room. It's like, I need your pen, and we had a pen sitting on the counter, so she just picked that up.
Did you burn it? I would have burned it.
Using it, I was just like, So when they left, like I went through like every place because she like touched a door and stuff. I watched her the whole time, and I went through with like Clorox wipes, and I just like wiped everything down that she touched, and like picked up the pen and I like wiped it off and set it back down. And I took the Lysol and sprayed the pen, and I just walked through the whole house just spraying the air.
Oh wow!
Everywhere.
Take that door to the wood chipper. We don't want that door anymore.
I would have followed them around with Lysol and just continuously sprayed it around them. That would have got them out of there fast. They'd be like, this is good. Or I would have like had some kind of weird plastic suit waiting at the door for them, saying, please put this on before you enter my house.
Yes.
Or if you and your wife were wearing it, then welcome to our home.
I wanted to walk behind him the whole time going, you done yet?
It's the weirdest thing. I got this dry cough. I don't know. I feel like I'm coming down with something. Hurry.
But it's been crazy. Been crazy at your house, Katrin?
Yeah. It's it's a little different. I'm like you guys working from home now, so I'm currently on a landing at the top of my stairs, so it's a little cubby hole, but y'all are looking at my camera, and it's like you're looking down a hallway,
it's
right?
Shining.
So
it's the shining hallway.
Yeah,
it's the Shining.
Going to be
There's
these
like
twins
two girls
walking
standing
by.
back there wanting to play with you.
Yeah. So fortunately that hasn't happened yet, but yeah, it's been fine so far. This was my first week full time here, because we had so much craziness at work. But it's not been too bad for me. But I know my wife is, she's glad I'm here, at least, because I'm not out there bringing things in anymore. But we're doing pretty good. We've been ordering tons of things online, and I think I'm going to use the stimulus check to pay for all the things that I've ordered, and we'll be okay.
Yay!
Hopefully you didn't bring the cardboard in the house. You left the boxes outside.
Nah, I think they're in here.
Oh no!
We bring it in because we do Amazon Fresh because we're not going to the grocery store, but but they usually come in like a bag or something, We'll bring him in, bring him to our counter that's in the and just take everything out, wipe everything off, throw the boxes and bags away.
Yeah.
Very quick.
I don't bring the boxes in the house. I take it out on the porch, and I leave the boxes out there.
Just leave them out there.
Just on the porch.
Yeah.
Let them rot.
Let them fly away, or
Well, I did that one day, and my
Instead
neighbor
of
called and
tumbleweeds?
said, "There's a box flying down the street." I was like, "It belongs to you now."
It
No,
belongs to
but
all of
like the
us.
stuff can live on cardboard for like.
not as long as regular surfaces.
Yes.
But yeah, it still can. Yeah, you're right. But
Yeah,
we've-
I usually lick the cardboard and then wear it
Yeah.
as a hat. So
Have you
we,
seen
we're
the dumb
making
people
robot
doing this?
uniforms, and
Have you seen the people that have been licking toilet seats doing the Corona challenge? Licking.
Yeah,
Toilet seats?
it's
no,
a new
I
online.
don't know what you're
challenge.
watching.
Basically, anything that you find on the internet that says challenge is usually something stupid.
yeah,
Takes
And
us
the
to the
guy,
next level.
one of the main guys that did it, some big YouTube guy did it. Guess what? He got the next week.
the Corona.
The coronavirus.
Ebola, E.
Yeah,
coli,
so
whatever.
He's
it
got
is.
the corona now after licking the toilet seat. 'Cause,
Yeah.
and there was some party. Teens threw a party in Kentucky, the Corona party, and the next week
They all got it.
they had the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, you were talking about neighbors and stuff out in your neighborhood. We've got some neighbors that they're a remarried couple. So one of them has kids, and they come out every once in a while to stay there. And my son plays with them every once in a while. Well, for the past week or so, I guess they're usually just here on the weekends. But they'll come to our door and knock on the door. It's like, hey, can Charlie come out? We're like, nope, sorry. We feel bad because they're decent kids. And they don't really have anything to do at the house they're in. It's like it's not made for them, and there's just nothing there. So, but we're just like, sorry. And my son hasn't really left the house much, except they've been walking the dogs and stuff like that. But he'll just usually sit around in his underwear and have a day playing video games and watching TV all day. So
This is the time, if there's any friends of your kids that you don't like, this is going to be the easiest time to weed them out of their lives.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the thing is, if people would just take it seriously, we would just get through it faster and then hopefully get back to normal a whole lot sooner, rather than dragging it out with, all the people that feel like it's, a big joke, or I'm not going to get sick, I don't care. And so, okay, well, you know what? I kind of don't want you to kill my parents, so could you just stay home for
or me.
a couple weeks?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I guess the big thing now is because so many people are working at home. I think Zoom has caused this thing. If you don't know what Zoom is, it's like a online meeting tool where everybody can get on. So people have been having Zoom meetings, across the country, across the world. And did you see the Zoom meeting with I don't know, some company, or I don't know. They sounded like social workers or something like that, where one of the ladies, there was like 8 people maybe on the call, 8 or 9 or something like that, and one of the ladies picks up her computer and starts walking through her house, and then goes in the bathroom and drops trowel, sits down on the toilet.
In the meeting?
Yeah.
Nice.
She thought she turned her camera off.
Oh my God.
And they're like, Jennifer? Because her name was Jennifer. They're like,
Of course.
and then there's one dude on the call, and he goes, I didn't see a thing. And then she realizes what
wash your
happened.
hands?
And she realized what happened. You just see her like slam her computer down. And then she's gone from the meeting. And they're like, well, that was interesting.
So the camera's off.
That's how I do every podcast. So I don't know.
That's right. Yeah. So I work in a company, and we do behavioral health. So we're still essential. So our folks are working, and one of the things right before this started, where everybody's working remote, we decided we need to make sure our technology that we use, which is Skype for Business, that it works and people know how to use it. So we created a training, and all this week I've been participating in these trainings where we're teaching people how to use it and make sure they know. And there was one, I think it was today, somebody put in the chat, it's like, can you see me? We're like, no, we can't see you. But it made me wonder. It's like, what are you doing that you don't want to be seen? But there's a video that I encourage you all to go watch. It's by this YouTuber group called Trip and Tyler, and it's a video conference in real life. They do a phone conference in real life, or a conference call in real life, and this is a video conference in real life, and it's people sitting around like a boardroom table, but it's them joining into the video call, and one guy's like all pixelated because he's at a hotel. One guy's driving. There's a lady that the camera's like got the top of her head, and she's all fixing her hair, and it's so funny because it's all the things that can go wrong, or and we show it at the beginning of our training just to kind of break the ice, and but it's hilarious. The conference call one is the best too. It's so funny. But
yeah, I've heard of them.
There's just one part on the video conference. This guy, he's like an older guy, and he's like, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Like, yes. He's like, oh, I didn't have my sound on. He turns the sound on, and then it's all echoey. And he's like, hey, the other guy says, hey, do you have your headphones? He's like, yeah. He's like, what do you want me to do with them? I want you to smell them. So he like raises them up to his. He's like, no, I don't want you to smell them. I want you to put them on. It's so fun. But and then at the very end of it, the main guy, he stands up, and he's got this like coat and tie on or whatever, and he stands up and he's in his underwear underneath all that because it's video conference.
No pants.
Or it's at home. It's so funny, but it's by Zoom. It's a commercial for Zoom.
Coronavirus brought to you by Zoom.
Yeah,
but
pretty much. Yeah. How's your toilet papers going? You guys got enough toilet paper?
Excellent.
I have plenty.
We're good. We even before this, we always keep a good stock.
Yeah.
So
We do too.
Yeah, with my stomach problems, I've tried to cut back.
Increase the cheese.
Gotta fold it. I gotta do one square at a time.
Going Sheryl Crow on it. Gotcha.
Yeah, my wife she used 2 squares, and I'm like, what are you doing? One square at a time.
One square.
Well, I went to Walmart just to pick up some groceries over the weekend, and they had like in the back where they have the toilet tissue and stuff, they were bringing it out like one box at a time because they don't want to cause a panic. And then there were people like giving it out, so I had to get in line. I texted my wife, and I was like, I'm in line for toilet paper. It's like being in communist Russia. I'm just waiting for my roll.
Welcome to America.
In Russia. Toilet paper wipe you.
Oh wow!
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But we've started bartering at the house. Where we grew up, there was a theater that was called the Barter Theater, and this is back in the day you would bring your cabbage and hand them your cabbage, and then you could see a show. So some of our friends needed
Tennessee.
Tennessee. It's in Virginia. Where the Barter
Virginia.
Anyway, so we bartered for some toilet paper the other day. There's this people we know, and they were having some family over, which I don't know why they were having family over, but they said, I need to make some casseroles, and I don't have the right kind of soup to make my casseroles. And Jennifer's like, we have that soup? She's like, oh, would you want to do a trade? Oh, yeah, you got any toilet paper?
That's right.
So how many rolls you got?
So we traded toilet paper for soup. So.
Did you do it like a hostage situation where like they walked forward,
you
set it down, and then you walked forward and set yours down and picked theirs up?
Oh, it was like a drive-by drug deal. Like my wife pulled up by their house, and they came out of their house. The soup was, and toilet paper was exchanged, and then my wife drove away.
Let me see the paper. Let me see the soup. Let me see the paper.
Yeah, pretty much. So we have some extra toilet paper now, just in case. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I haven't been out to the stores, so I don't know what it's been like.
We usually do a lot of fast food eating because we hate to cook, but we're cooking now.
I heard about one of your dishes you made.
But I'm experimenting.
Oh God.
Sure, I'd say.
I'm experimenting with some cooking because we went. There's a place called the Local Yokel down in downtown McKinney. That they have their own meat, and they've been bringing in fresh vegetables and all kinds of stuff from the area, from farmers around the area, and they'll put just almost like a loot box of like veggies and fruits and stuff that you just pick up for like $40, and it's full. It's packed with stuff. There's eggs and rice, all kinds of stuff. But there was like strawberries and raspberries, and there's a mango in there, and I'm like, what are we doing with these? Because Jenny can eat stuff like that. There's some stuff I can't eat like that because of my stomach issues. So I was like, I'm gonna make jam.
Why not?
Why not? So I looked up on the internet. I was like, how to make jam, and I actually made jam with strawberries and raspberries together because I didn't have a whole lot. But we had just sugar and the berries cut up and a little bit of lemon juice because there's a lemon in there, and you just boil it, and it's actually good. Like it's more of like a puree maybe than a jam.
That's what a jam is.
Yeah, but it's a jam. But it's good.
Yeah.
And then the mango, we sliced that up and grilled that with some onions and put some beef and made tacos with those.
Nice.
Crazy.
So
But
did you do anything with like a hot dog?
yes, I was getting there.
Okay.
Because I said this tonight, and you're like, what? And you're just like, that's disgusting.
It wasn't
But,
a lot. It was like, ugh.
Yeah, it was like a ugh. But no, because I've had jam on burgers before. And I was like, that's good. I like that. And we had some hot dogs. So I was just like, well, I'll take some of that jam. I'll put it in the hot dog with a little bit of dairy-free cheese, and ate that, and it was good.
Yeah.
Good.
But see, you're using your resources, and that's been like a buzzword in our house, which has been great because people actually will finish all of their milk. They will eat all of their food because I'm like, hey, there's a little bit of waffle left. We have to use all of our resources. Finish that waffle. Drink all that milk. Nothing goes to waste. We're rationing all of this stuff. Come on.
You'll eat the cat food.
That's true. We're actually eating our leftovers that we never would eat before.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, well, we might as well eat that.
What did you do with your leftovers before?
They would usually just go to waste because we would be like, that wasn't that great.
Yeah,
Let's
I
not
was
eat
like,
it.
I want something different.
Yeah.
tonight.
I mean, you had so many choices then, before then. So it's like, now it's like, well, I could do that or I could make a sandwich. I guess I'll have that, So it's,
I just live in a different world than you guys. 'Cause in my
That's
house,
why you're not going to survive. You're not going to survive, Ryan. You have to-
No, I'm
no,
just.
he
no,
is. He's
I am
No,
going to
he's
survive.
used to this. He's
because
been
he's
doing
used
this
to it.
for
I'm used to this. With a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, it's like, is there food laying around anywhere that I could eat? There's something. I'll eat that. So
Ryan's picking up Cheerios and
I'm
eating old
eating-
baby food.
He's fighting off the dog for it.
like,
That's mine.
like this morning, my daughter wanted an apple, so I'm like, okay, that's good choice. Cut it up. She takes one bite. She goes, no, and I'm like,
Nah.
eat the apple. And she's like, no. I'm like, well, I'm eating the apple now. I ate the apple. And whatever's left, I mean, there's no leftovers because I eat them. Or, my wife is bad about not eating leftovers. Like we made a cake and I left her the last piece of cake. And I said, I left you this piece of cake. You better eat it. I don't want to eat it. So what did I immediately do?
no, that's just weird.
I ate the
Okay.
cake.
Good.
But she'll all her leftovers. She forgets about them, or she'll want something different, and then I just eat them. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a pie, and there was more left than I usually eat, but I didn't think it was going to be good tomorrow.
So
So you
Right.
took one for the team and you
I
finished off that pie.
I'm proud of you.
Exactly.
You actually ate the pie because I heard a
French
story.
soaked pie.
I heard a story that you were possibly not going to eat the pie at all.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. So when all this is getting started, like Jenny, we watched like a YouTube video or something, and someone was eating pie, and she's like, "Oh, I want pie now." I'm like, "Okay, well," then she's like, "Well, the Pie Emporium, like they'll deliver pies now."
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, so there you go, right? They'll deliver pies. So I was like, well, I guess we can get a couple pies and have them delivered. And they're supposed to deliver them in the morning, but we overslept. So they were sitting on the porch for about a couple hours,
That's-
and they were like cream pies. And I was like, they're probably fine. I mean, usually when I get these pies, it takes me an hour to get home anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sitting down. I'm like, it's gonna be fine. But she was just like, no, it's hard. No, we'll get food poisoning. I'm not going to the ER. I can't do it. And it's like it's gonna be fine. So I had to like call our parents, and they're like, oh, we had like family reunions where we had those pies sitting out in the heat all day long, just eating them. I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured it'd be fine. And she's just still just, I don't know. I looked online.
I Googled it.
I Googled it. You're not supposed to. It's only supposed to maybe an hour. It was out there for 2, and like finally I just like called the Emporium Pies. I was like, hey. So we didn't get your message when it was dropped off. I know you sent it. It was out there a couple hours. I don't know how you transported it. Still felt chilled to me. Is it okay? And they're like, oh yeah, it's fine. You can eat it. So finally she's like, okay, we'll try it. I was like, if it tastes funny, throw it away.
There you go.
You're better than me. I would have just been like, 2 pies for me.
Well, the pie she got, I can't eat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, yeah, I would just be like, yeah, 2 pies.
Well, I've been trying to step up at our house in terms of like the leftovers, because when we went to the store and got stuff for the freezer, and my wife was like, oh, some of this ice cream that's been in the freezer, we need to get this out of here because, there's not room for the food. And I was like, all right, give me that. Give me that bucket of cookie dough ice cream. I'm going to finish this. So we have room in the freezer for food for the children.
You, sir, are a hero.
Yes.
That's what I was saying as I was
Deserve a medal.
finishing off that half-gallon ice
Like
cream.
doctors, nurses, Rachels.
That's right.
Well,
There's ice cream in the freezer that needs to go. I will take care of it.
There you go.
oh, I never thought that on our 3rd anniversary or birthday or whatever you want to call it, I Am Geeky, that we would just be talking about
Pandemic.
pandemic, eating leftovers and fighting for toilet paper. But here we are. One thing that I haven't really watched like the Tonight Show or nighttime talk shows in years, just because I have kids now. This doesn't happen. But have you guys seen the Tonight Show? What they're doing right now?
No.
It is the coolest thing I've ever seen, and it makes me want to watch. I want the Tonight Show just to stay like this. So Jimmy Fallon is doing the Tonight Show at his house. They're doing it on YouTube. So they're showing it on YouTube. It's not on like TV. But it's him and his wife and his 2 daughters. And that's it. That's the Tonight Show. His wife holds the camera. He does the monologue and everything. His daughters are running around like crazy.
That's awesome.
His daughters, they're like little girls. They like draw pictures that say the Tonight Show, and he'll hold it up. And like he'll do his monologue, and he'll be like, "Really? Nobody's laughing? Nobody's gonna laugh?" And his wife is like behind the camera, is like, "Nope, I'm not gonna laugh."
That is amazing.
And he'll have guests on through Zoom or Skype or something like towards the end. But like the whole first part is just hilarious because his daughters will like peek in like to the camera and then like run away. And there's like a slide in the middle of his house, and they'll like come sliding on the slide. And I suggest all the listeners, everybody, check out the Tonight Show. Go to their YouTube page and watch his at-home Tonight Show. It's hilarious, and I want it to stay like that. It's him and his wife and his 2 daughters.
Hey Ryan, I got a question for you. When will that Skylar Dane person be back on the show?
Oh, Skylar Dane. Everybody keeps asking about Skylar Dane. If he's ever going to come back on. I don't know. I've heard that he's been working on some projects.
From his home.
From his home. If you guys don't know who Skylar Dane is, it's actually Tyler Dean.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
No.
he posted on our Facebook, "When Skylar Dane come back on?" at Redneck. And hopefully Tyler will be back on soon. We love having Tyler on. I tried to call him a while ago and he didn't answer. Tyler, if you're listening to this, why didn't you answer?
Answer your phone.
Put some clothes on, a shirt or something.
We know you're home.
Yeah, we know you're there. Look at Tyler. Tyler's working on a cool project. He just released a teaser trailer for it. So I guess we could say what it is because they released it.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a basically a documentary about his dad, which is really cool. If you don't know his dad, it's Ronnie McDowell, the singer. Singer. But it looks really good. Like it's gonna be really good. I can't wait to see that. But we'll get him back.
That's awesome.
Here soon. I know you really wanted to talk to him tonight, Ray. You were hoping. But...
I did. Not Tyler. I wanted to talk to Skylar.
Skylar Dane. We'll just start having fake people on. Like, tonight your name is Skylar Dane. Hopefully, through this staying at home, through this pandemic, we could get a bunch of our past guests to come back on. Because, I mean, what are they going to do? They're just sitting at home.
That's true.
That's true.
We're hopefully going to do some live shows on YouTube coming up soon. We got our IT guy the IT department working on that.
Right now as we speak.
Oh my gosh. So will people be able to? People will see. They'll be able to see you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Chat with us during it, hopefully.
Whoa.
Interact. We'll be wearing gloves, so it'll be okay.
Human interaction from a safe distance.
I'm gonna wear the mask the whole time.
Yeah, we're gonna be wearing our Comic Palooza outfits because Comic Palooza was sadly canceled today. Yeah, they didn't even wait till April. They just dropped it and said.
Well, and in fairness, almost every other.
No, it's good that they did. They made the right choice.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
People are going, why didn't you postpone it? Because who knows what
you
can happen.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, the facility they use is used by other events, and there's just no way you can try to reschedule that facility and then try to get all those people back in. It's almost impossible. So
shout out to our Comic Palooza friends. We're sorry that you guys had to cancel your event. We're going to miss being there for the third year. Hopefully next year.
Next year will be super double awesome because
either next year we'll go to Comic Palooza or we'll be fighting people like in Mad Max. It's one of the two is going to happen.
Or we'll all be in water, right? Water World.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Water World.
Only Kevin Costner can save us.
You know what? At this point, I don't know that anything would surprise me.
But there's not an apocalypse movie where it's just everybody sitting on their couch watching Netflix.
I know, right?
Crazy. Well, WALL-E, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but they like
that was what I thought.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do to save the world. Stay home and sit on your couch.
But that's the thing too. They're talking about how this event could change how a lot of things work. I mean, we were already dependent highly upon Amazon and things like that and online streaming, but people are going to get so used to doing even more of that, of ordering their groceries and things like that. It could actually hurt some of those businesses. Now, I think once this is over, people are going to rush out and want to be around people and be in those stores and things like that. But then, I mean, they're going to pretty quickly gravitate back and be like, it's a lot easier if I just do this online. I figured this all out while I was home, So it could be more like WALL-E, here sooner than we think. But hopefully not.
I was saying the exact same thing to my wife because I kind of feel like the age of the mall and so forth has been in a decline anyway because of Amazon and being able to order everything. And now with the fear of the virus and we don't know where it's going to go. Is it going to go away forever? Is it still going to be around? It's like, I don't know. You can do all your ordering online. I do agree with you. I think once people can go out, there's going to be an influx of people hitting restaurants and movies and shopping just for the joy of being able to leave their own house. But I don't know. The aftermath of all of this is going to be very interesting, if not even more interesting than our current situation, because I think it'll have lasting repercussions.
This probably is going to, I mean, I'm no scientist.
What? I play one on TV.
Yeah. It's probably going to take like 3 years to get this thing under control, because if you think about it, it's going to you're going to stop having cases, and then next year it'll pop back up.
Right.
So you'll have your second run of it.
Right.
And then by next year they'll be working on a vaccine. Hopefully,
well, I mean, they're working on it now.
it'll be.
It's what's going to happen is
released
going to be
by
more
next
like the
year.
flu. I mean, it's
Yeah.
going to be more
Yeah.
like the common flu, right? It's just something we're going to always have to deal with.
Yeah.
It's a little more deadly, but it's going to still be there is the thing.
Yeah.
And we don't know that warm weather's going to knock it out. I mean,
Yeah.
but anyways,
Well, they have been doing some
fact, it
testing
hasn't.
apparently recently with sunlight on it, and apparently is starting to kill it off.
That's the crazy thing is in I'm going to say this wrong. Singapore, right? It's not Singapore. It's Singapore. It's actually hot and humid there all the time.
Yeah.
Or not all the time, or during this time, I should say. So they've already proved that it's not going to make an effect,
Yeah.
you know, unless it's the drastic temperature change that does it. I don't know, but
It might be that.
Yeah.
It's what
all
I
was saying is
I'm
probably
hoping.
by the third year, everything will be like
yeah, normal.
in place for it to not
Yeah.
be like this deadly thing that just sweeps through.
Yeah.
Tons of people.
That's true.
Because you'll have immunities build up, but the immunities won't be built up as fast as the flu because we're quarantined. The way immunities build up is you just let you just let it run its course.
Well,
So
also,
we should not be
viruses, they've also mutate, right? Because every
Yeah.
year,
Yes.
even with
It's
like
already.
influenza, they always talk about, oh, this year is going to be really bad because there's a new strand and it's not going to be in the shots because it was discovered too late. So, yeah, I mean, this is not going to be something that unfortunately is going to be, done and over and forgotten in a couple months. I mean, it's always going to probably be there, unfortunately, unless they can find a way to completely abolish it, like smallpox, which I guess has come back, or you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
we got rid of the pox for a while until things happened. But
You could say it.
Someone opened an Egyptian sarcophagus. And came back.
yes, for sure. Yeah. So
Anyway, next week on the show we'll have Dr. So and so from the CDC.
No.
No, we'll have Dr. Skylar Dane on from the CDC.
wash your dang hands.
Stay home, dang it.
Anyway, so last week on the show, a little segue, we did sort of our top 5 Netflix bingeable things for this crazy time since we're sitting at home.
On a
5
desert island.
Yeah, that's hard, but
Yeah.
But then I tagged since we're at home.
Yeah.
So this week I thought
Island.
with the UK and I think some other European countries getting Disney Plus. Hello, UK listeners. We know you're out there. Somebody listens to this at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Hello, good morning. Glad to have you. Glad to have you here. Good morning. Good morning.
It's funny when I post this thing, it's usually like 1 or 2 in the morning, and immediately it starts getting, downloads and listens. So it's got to be some, unless our fans in the good old US of A are just waiting up to hear from us.
Huh.
People that can't sleep at night are trying to get to sleep, and they're like,
Put us on.
put us on.
These guys are so
Oh, you
boring.
Anyways,
Finally, sleep.
Perfect.
the UK and some other countries now have Disney Plus, which means they can finally watch The Mandalorian. Since it's already been
Even though they
spoiled for
know what
them.
all has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we thought tonight we would do sort of not necessarily our top 5 Disney Plus, but maybe things on Disney Plus that you guys don't know about. Because, in all honesty, if this is going to be our top 5 Disney Plus shows, we're all going to pick The Mandalorian, right?
For all
Well,
5
yeah.
of them.
Well, yeah.
Mandalorian, Jeff Goldblum,
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian,
So
Imagineering.
So we thought we would do sort of
Mandalorian.
our top 5 or so. What's a good way to
Non-
say it?
Recommendations.
Recommendations. Diamonds in the rough
There you go.
of Disney
On
Plus.
mainstream, maybe.
Yeah. Diamonds in
Guess.
the rough.
Yeah.
We'll call it that, or because that's a Disney. It's in a Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's in Aladdin.
The diamond in the rough.
So Now, are we just doing series? Just series, not movies, or
Both. I mean, I've got a movie series. It's a very short movie series.
Oh,
I've got two actually, because we did that with the Netflix.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine.
I don't.
I
Yeah.
just got series. So.
I've
You do
already, I
you.
think you guys already have
Yep.
like some of the ones that I have, but
And that's part of it too. We need to be able to get them all right.
Switch it up.
yeah. So we'll just say nobody has Mandalorian on the list because everybody's already knows about that, right?
Well, I guess
Mhm.
I'll scrap. I'm just kidding.
And there goes mine.
There goes those four.
Sorry. So let's just. I've been coughing for months.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
I finally stopped coughing. That's the good news.
Yeah,
This
unfortunately, it's
allergy
allergy season.
is ridiculous.
We're just starting here. Like today was our first day of warm weather, so all the pollen was outside today. So that's great.
Everything's yellow out.
Yes.
It doesn't matter though, because if you cough in public, it's like a shotgun going off.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh my God, he just
It's like-
coughed."
It's like the Spider-Man meme or whatever, where it's like it shows the three Spider-Man
Yeah.
characters, and one of them has flu, one of them has the allergies, and one has coronavirus. Like,
Yeah. I got the
There's
death
like
stare when I was at this is before it was like went crazy. I was at Disney and I coughed.
yeah.
This lady looked at me like, "You're gonna kill us all, aren't you?"
There's a GIF going around that it's a bunch of people at a bus station, and it's like someone coughs in Texas, and a woman coughs. The guy pulls out a gun, shoots her, then they all spray her with Lysol.
Oh God.
It's too real. It's too real.
Since we said Disney, have you guys seen the videos of the Disney people or people doing Disney rides in their house?
Yes.
No,
It's hilarious.
Oh, what? You're missing out.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
so funny.
hilarious.
I am missing out.
My favorite
Yeah.
one though is all the Jungle Cruise skippers have made a video.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
they're,
that's cool.
and they're all doing this like their spills and stuff. It's hilarious. So just look up Jungle Cruise skippers, or quarantine Jungle Cruise skippers or something like that. Is so funny. Some of the jokes that they're telling, like I've never heard on the Jungle
Nice.
Cruise. And then some of them are the ones you've heard, but there's a one older guy on there who's probably was a Jungle Cruise skipper like long ago. But he's like got this dry humor and it's hilarious. It's just,
Awesome.
we'll check that out. All right, so let's just dive right in. So I guess we'll do it like last time, like Jared taught us. Good old Jared Kohlinger, he taught us how to do this. Because used to we would just all just blurt them out. He's like, no, one at a time. We'll go around in a circle. So who would like to start the Disney Plus circle?
Should we have our guest be first, or
Yeah.
if he doesn't?
Oh,
So you can just
Oh.
tell us one of them from your list. We'll tell you why
Yes.
you're wrong, and then we'll move
Oh.
on.
well,
I was kidding.
Phineas and Ferb.
God. Nice.
I
I knew someone was going to put that one, so I didn't. That's a great choice.
Phineas and
Greatest
Ferb is
series
awesome.
ever.
It's
It is
104
awesome.
days of quarantine.
There, yeah, there was a thing that somebody made a meme of that. It was funny.
Yeah, the whole series and specials too. Like they make
Ah,
it easier.
man.
Mhm, Yeah.
The Star
So
Wars
good.
Ferb, I know what
special
we're
is-
going to do today.
so
Nothing,
fun.
because we're in quarantine.
Yeah.
The writing on that show is awesome. It's
Yep.
just super, super funny. Very, very quick-witted. Yeah, when my kids were younger, they would watch it all the time, and it was one of those shows, that I did not mind watching with them,
Yes.
which was great. I was like, oh, you guys want to watch Phineas and Ferb? Okay, fine. That was my attitude at the beginning, and then later on, it was like, hey, do you guys want to watch Phineas and Ferb? Come on, let's put it on.
You have
All
a
right, Dad, I guess if you really want to watch it.
you have a favorite scene or episode?
Anything with Doodle Smurf,
Doofenshmirtz.
He's in every episode.
Doodle Smurf.
It is late, man. I am
Papa
tired.
Smurf's like second
Smurfing.
cousin.
Yes,
Doodle
yes. Yeah, Perry the Platypus. Yes, I love him. Anything with
Yes.
him is just fantastic.
Oh, I love you.
I love
Yes.
the squirrel in my pants. Remember that one? Where they do
Yeah.
a whole song about having a squirrel in your pants?
Right.
That one it's Candace, the sister, and she's got a squirrel in her pants or something like that.
The Star Wars episode is really good.
Oh yeah, Star Wars episode is great.
I like it when I think it was more of a commercial thing though they did with it, where like Doofenshmirtz took over the title intro and sang his own song.
Awesome.
That's really.
If you guys aren't familiar with Phineas and Ferb, it's basically these two brothers. I guess they're step brothers, or
Yes.
yes,
Because he's British or something.
Yes.
Yeah. One of them's British, one of them's not British.
Well, the dad is British, right? So maybe that is like step brothers.
Yeah, the dad's British, and one of the kids is.
Yeah.
Is
Oh, okay.
Or maybe just one of the kids got the British accent, and one of them didn't.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
how it works.
So it's two brothers, and then they have a sister, and then they have a pet platypus who's actually a secret agent that they don't know about. And it's basically their summer vacation and what they do every day on their summer vacation. And they built these elaborate devices and things, and their sister always tries to rat them out to the mom, and the mom never sees it. It's just hilarity ensues.
And then Dr. Doofenshmirtz, or whatever he is,
Yes.
he is supposed to be this diabolical, evil guy that Agent P or Perry is trying to stop, but he's not very smart and makes these stupid, what do they call them? The machines he makes, the innators. So he makes innators.
Yes.
Yeah. And so another good episode or movie actually that they made was the I can't think of the name of it, but basically it was Another Dimension. And I think that's what it was, Another Dimension or something like that. And Doofenshmirtz actually took everything over in the tri-state area, of course. but he's a lot smarter, and but he's missing an eye for some reason, or he wears an eye patch. But we saw it recently. That's why I remember so much about it. But it's really good. You would like that episode, Ray, if you like Doofenshmirtz.
I love him.
They're step brothers, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
There we go. I just looked it up. Well, that's what it says on the internet.
That must be true.
They're step brothers and best friends.
Oh, perfect.
So
I mean, yeah.
Linda Flynn Fletcher
that worked
married
out
Ferb's
perfectly.
father. So Linda married Lawrence, and that's how the family came to be. After dating him for a while in the 90s.
Glad they cleared that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very specific.
Yeah.
It's a decision that the creator, Marsh, made to reflect his own experiences growing up.
Huh.
It was based on a true story.
Oh, jeez.
All good stories are.
I think we all highly recommend. I need to write this down. Everybody's stuff down. Highly recommend Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And there's a lot of episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think my family has watched at least 2 times through because my son loves it as well. So
Who's next? Who'd like to go?
I'll go. Why not? I'll go just so I can say something. No one else says it. I'm going to go with the classic, Gargoyles.
Oh.
Yes, Gargoyles. It's an older Disney afternoon type show. Although I'm not sure. Some areas it may have been on Disney afternoon. Some it may have just been Saturday mornings when it came out. Some it just like randomly. It was one of those ones that kind of popped up wherever you could, and you try and find it. But it was more of a serious cartoon show than a lot of the ones that they would do.
Was their answer to Batman the Animated Series?
Yes, basically, yeah, it was their answer to Batman the Animated Series, and it was good. Like the writing was good, the animation was good. I mean, some shows they kind of like. I mean, when they're doing these animations, they have multiple companies animating them. So every once in a while, you get like the cheaper company that would do an episode. But for the most part, like is spot on. But it's fun too for me. Like if you like kind of old mythology and like fairy tales and stuff like that, a lot of episodes would kind of pull that in. Like A Midsummer's Night Dream. There's that plays like a huge role in the show eventually. And it's also a continuous show too, where like there's a plot. There's kind of an overall plot that'll take place over each season, kind of thing, and it'll continue.
It was very
and-
episodic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you love Star Trek, it's a good place to get some of your Star Trek vibes because a lot of the voice actors came from Star Trek.
Yeah.
It had a great voice cast.
Yes, it did.
Voice cast. Keith David as Goliath.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, Keith David is awesome in everything.
David Franks.
Jonathan Frakes.
Jonathan Franks. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Xanatos, the
Mhm.
villain.
78
Yeah.
episodes. It ran from October 24th, 1994 to February 15th, 1997.
Nice.
And seeing if they ever, because I mean, there's this whole thing with taking old cartoons and old properties and turning them into movies and reimagining them and doing these live action hybrid gargoyles. Man, make a freaking CG movie with gargoyles. I mean, the stories are fantastic. You can lift the stories. I mean, you can get all those actors to do the voices still. You could have Jonathan Frakes appear in the thing as Xanatos, as live action Xanatos.
Yeah, if they're doing actual TV episodes and stuff, he could direct them. He's a director now.
Yeah, I mean, or do a Disney Plus show. I mean, a live action. It would be great. It would be so great. That's like the one callback. I would be thrilled if they actually said they were going to do something like that.
Oh, definitely.
Such
a good show. I loved it.
There was actually an article back in December that says Disney Plus makes it clear we need a Gargoyles reboot. We need it back. That's I've been collecting off and on some Funko Pops here and there.
Really?
And
seriously, really?
Just a couple.
I really don't have that many. I could count them all right now. 1, 2,
10 minutes.
4, 5, 6, 7.
30 minutes later.
One I regret not getting that I saw in the store and I never saw it again was a Gargoyles one, Goliath in all stone.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
And it was right when I started, getting into Funko Pops, and I saw it in a Target, and I've never seen it again, and I wish I'd picked it up because it was so cool looking. It was just him in the gargoyle stone form.
That's awesome.
You blew it. Ryan.
I did blow it.
And I don't think we said, but if you haven't seen Gargoyles, I mean, the basic plot is like 900 BC or something like that, or whatever. Like gargoyles existed. They by night they were live creatures. By day they turned to stone. They lived in castles, basically protecting the castles in like Scotland and places like that. But something happens to a certain group of them. They get a curse put on them until their castle is in the clouds. They won't wake up again. And in like present day, which would have been like
in
the 90s, this kind of multi-billionaire CEO guy hears the story and actually like moves the castle to the top of his tower, and they come back alive, and then kind of adventures take place from there.
Adventure happens.
They're known as the Manhattan Clan.
Yes.
Clans. I know my stuff.
And Ed Asner. Ed Asner's a voice in it.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. Who's Katrin? Are you going?
I'm going next.
Get out there before somebody steals it.
I know, that's the plan. So I'm going to go with Boy Meets World as my next one. Did you all watch Boy Meets World?
I did off and on.
I don't watch Girl Meets World.
I didn't. Honestly, I don't know that I watched it that much when I was younger, but about, I don't know, maybe before my son was born. He's 8. Maybe, I don't know if it was that long ago or not, but it would come on on TV just as reruns. Of course, it's an old show, and I would sit and watch them. It almost kind of like binging them because they would come on every day, or they would show 2 or 3 at a time. On I don't know if it's like on an antenna TV or what, because we've cut the cord, but they're all on here, and they have, it's kind of like the Disney version of Saved by the Bell, I guess, in a way, because it follows these kids through school and they go through the college years, and man, it's just a good wholesome show, but it was super funny, and of course I loved Fred Savage, who his brother. Ben Savage is that his name? Is the star of this show, but Totally different person, I guess, but
So
just a lot of totally.
Totally
But they just had a lot of
different
good characters, and I guess growing up, always watched the sitcoms, and you could always relate with the school things happen in school. So
Yeah. Did you watch Girl Meets World?
I tried, but
yes, it was not as good.
not as good, and it
I
got
watched-
canceled, I
I
believe.
watched
So,
it.
but they have 7 seasons, and yeah,
If you're going to watch all
So-
7 seasons, you might as well watch Girl Meets World after it. You see them all grown up.
I guess. I mean, you can if you want to.
Give it a shot.
It didn't do as well.
I thought it was okay.
So there you go.
Well, there you go. Oh,
There you go.
So back to Ray? No, wait.
No, it's your
There
turn
you
There you
to
go, you
steal.
Ryan.
Part of me wants to go ahead and take one that I know Ray has on his list, but I'm not going to. I'll leave it for him. I'm going to go with one just to get it out of the way. One of my favorite animated shows, I guess. Oh, what do you think I was going to say? Mandalorian?
No, I was gonna say Zach and Cody with you at that point. So.
This one is a little more mainstream, but it's one of my favorites. So I think if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. I'm not going to go for the low-hanging fruit of Clone Wars because everybody should. If you're a Star Wars fan, you should watch that. Star Wars Rebels is my favorite of the Star Wars animated series.
It's a good one.
So if you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels, just drop what you're doing right now.
Oh no, don't finish that.
I mean,
episode.
after this.
Watch it. I'll go watch it.
Go watch it after this. But Star Wars Rebels is one. It's like it proves that you can make a solid Star Wars story without having the people that you know who Star Wars is, like the main people. Like there's no Anakin, there's no Luke, there's no Leia, but it's new characters, a new Jedi that's a reluctant Jedi, with his person that he becomes his like sort of Padawan, and sort of like a ragtag group of people, space adventurers to get them together, and so it still takes place in the Star Wars universe. There's still stuff going on around them that
It's like Star Wars answer to Firefly.
yeah,
A little bit.
which Firefly's an excellent show. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so it takes place. I don't want to give stuff away, but there's certain characters from the Clone Wars that, if you've seen that anime series, that pop up in Rebels. So you sort of have that continuation.
Yeah, it's between the episodes 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, it's between the prequels and the originals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it takes place. And there is a character that showed up in Rebels that is possibly going to be on season 2 of Mandalorian.
It's been announced. You can say it.
Actually, there's 2 characters. That,
Not a secret.
no, yeah, I know, but Ahsoka Tano is supposedly going to be in Mandalorian season 2. We can just get that news out of the way right now. Not not
The voice actress?
the voice actress, which some people are bummed about that, but I mean,
Silly.
usually voice actors don't get cast as the live action.
No.
Yeah,
This is true.
That's why they're a voice actor. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not going to be on TV that much, right?
That's true.
No.
I don't know.
But we hope you'll watch us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
We're gonna take showers and comb our hair and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, put pants on.
I'm putting pants on today.
I don't think we have to do that.
But yeah, so Ahsoka's going to be in Mandalorian season 2, supposedly. And it was why did I just forget her name? Rosario
Dawson.
Yeah. So she's going, and supposedly I've heard a rumor that Sabine from Rebels may make an appearance too.
Well, that would definitely make sense. I mean, she would make more sense than Ahsoka would.
Yeah.
Really, because she's a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Right.
So Sabine is one of the characters from Rebels, and she's a Mandalorian. Really cool character. I think I have her on the shelf behind me. Not the actual person.
Say hello. Let me out here.
Feed me.
Oh, there she is. She's back there.
Call the police.
So maybe
Ren and Stimpy throwback.
Yeah, so she may be on Mandalorian season 2 too. So I highly recommend Rebels. Chopper is the droid on there, and he's like one of my favorite droids. It's so fun. There's nothing really bad I can say about it. It is like there's stuff happens in it that you're like, oh, is this a kid show? Like people dying and
like
stuff?
Dave Filoni, who's involved with the Mandalorian, is the showrunner. So.
Yeah.
If you like Mandalorian, good chance you'll like.
Yeah.
Rebels.
So go watch it. I'm sure all our listeners are like, yeah, I've already seen it like 3 times. But for that one person that hasn't seen it, go watch it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
Neither have I. 2 people.
What?
There you go.
No.
50% of it.
Have you seen the Clone Wars?
No.
I've started watching it.
I liked Rebels a lot more than the Clone Wars.
I did too.
Yeah.
I've actually been rewatching Clone Wars because the new season came out for that, so I just wanted to go through all of it. But yeah.
Yeah. So both of you, Katrin, Ray, I highly recommend the Rebels.
Yeah. I'll get there.
Yeah.
It'll take a while.
Give me time.
Get there too.
I have time to watch.
They
them.
may make another season of Rebels, possibly.
They need to.
They may bring it back. Yes, they need to. All right. So Ray, back to you.
Back to me. The new Mickey Mouse shorts.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say.
They are so good.
I thought you were going to say the new Mickey Mouse Club, and I'm like,
I did too. I was thinking,
oh, is that on there?
I love it when they sing and they dance and they do their funny little sketches.
The new Mickey Mouse
Exercise.
Club is the one with Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera.
Yep.
Hardly the new Mickey Mouse Club.
Well, that's what it was called back then.
Yes. No, the new Mickey Mouse shorts, kind of what the attraction's sort of based on, which I have not experienced, so don't spoil it.
I have.
I know.
We'll find out about
Contain
it.
yourself.
It is amazing.
Contain yourself.
That's awesome. I loved it.
But yeah, the shorts are awesome. They're super fun.
Yeah.
And they're only a couple minutes long, so you can knock out I don't know, a whole season if you want to call it that, in like 15 minutes or so. So
It's true.
quick binge.
yeah, but they're super fun. They're super fun. They're well done. A lot of times you're watching them going, how did this get approved?
Right.
Because you read about, was so protective about Mickey Mouse and his image and how he's used, and then there's the episode with the hot dog, and he's trying to get a hot dog for Minnie. And, it's like,
Pinatas.
wow.
The pinata one. That one always gets
When he
me. I
kills
love
the
the
pinata.
pinata.
Oh yeah, the piano. That one's fantastic.
I love
I'm
that
laughing at that. That was great.
one.
But it's super good.
So this won't spoil anything for the ride because it's not even at the ride, but they have like a photo op thing. They're doing like a short, like where the Drew Carey's Sounds Dangerous theater used to be. They're just showing a new Mickey Mouse short in there that hasn't been released.
Oh, okay.
So when you exit, they have these photo ops, and it's so funny. They have this stool in the middle of the room, and the only thing on top of the stool is a potato. And it says
Nice.
Potato Land behind it.
Potato.
And there's
Nice.
people lined up waiting to get their picture with the
Oh,
potato.
come on.
Oh my goodness.
This old guy that was working there was like, "You guys want to take a picture with?" They have one that makes it look like you're like hanging off the side of a snow-covered mountain. With this, no, everybody wants a picture with the potato, huh? Okay, line up. Potato Land. That was a fun episode.
Potato
was.
That's awesome.
Write that down. Mickey Mouse.
Potato Land.
Potato Land. But yeah, I highly recommend the ride if Disney World ever opens back up.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, Chris.
All right. I am going to go with
Darkwing Duck.
DuckTales,
Oh.
but not the original one, the new ones. Because
Really?
everybody's watched the original ones, or they will. Like, I mean, that's like a classic. Watch the originals, but I don't think everyone has watched the new ones because they're like, oh, it's a reboot. I don't know if I want to watch that. Like, it'll probably ruin my childhood. But they're great.
It is a tad darker though.
It is darker. But it's good, like it's super good, and they even like, I mean, if you're a fan of like the whole Disney afternoon, they'll even bring in like little things here and there from that. Darkwing Duck has been in a few episodes.
Cool.
That's a good, interesting take on Darkwing Duck that they did.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cool. And then the new season, which is coming out soon, I think they're gonna start introducing some Tailspin characters and the Rescue Rangers.
Oh, neat.
Because I've seen pictures of them, and it's like the Tailspin looks like maybe the whole Tailspin series took place, and they've grown up. So like Kyle Kicker is like an adult in the image, so it looks pretty cool. But it's got a great voice cast. David Tennant, the best Doctor Who.
Yes.
Maybe controversial, but I'm going to say it.
I agree.
The best Doctor Who. Plays Scrooge McDuck. He does a great job as Scrooge McDuck. Got Ben Schwartz, who recently did Sonic. Danny Pudi, I think. Bobby Moynihan, Kate Chuchi. I don't know. Beck Bennett. All these, like, just a ton of great voice casts. And they'll bring in some of the people from the old shows. The Darkwing Duck thing, the guy that becomes Darkwing Duck isn't the original voice, but the other character who's the original Darkwing Duck, I think you'll just have to watch it to understand what's going on. That is the original voice. So I mean, it's really good. It's really funny. Whenever I see a new episode pop up, I'm like, yes, I get excited, like I'm like a kid again, waiting for each week for DuckTales to come on.
You're like, DuckTales! Woohoo!
Yeah, woo!
How does he jump inside the mound of coins?
And yeah, I know. I don't get it. I've tried it. It doesn't work.
Ow,
it hurts.
And Donald Duck plays a bigger role in this one.
Yes.
And they even go into the family, like the nephew's like mom actually becomes part of the show at one point.
You're giving away all the.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's different from the old one. So if you're like, oh, it's just going to rehash the old stuff. No, there's new stuff. It's different. They even
Butler's dead. What?
Yeah, no, that's really funny on the show.
He's a ghost.
It references the old like comic books more than the old TV show, actually. So it's good. Definitely recommend it.
Can you give us a little of the song?
Life is like a hurricane here.
Okay, that's all we can afford. Stop.
They don't know here and where though
like
now.
A hurricane. Did you ever see the one? It was what's Launchpad? Yeah, Launchpad was singing the song, and I don't know if it's a commercial for it or whatever, but he's like, "Life is like a hurricane," and he's. Yeah. I don't know if he's adding different words, but I always think of that when I think of DuckTales now. So.
Woo! All right, Katrin.
All right, I got a 2-for-1.
Ooh.
Because these are almost the same show, and in fact, that has
Zack and Cody.
No,
Zach.
I'm not a big Zack and Cody fan. I'm sorry, but I did watch it some, but that's not what this is. But these two shows, one of the persons on the show. Anyways, I'll just tell you what it is. Okay, the first one is Dr. K's Exotic Animal ER. And you probably are like, what in the world? This is on this is a National Geographic show.
It's going to become a twofer.
Yeah,
it's great. So Dr. K's Exotic Animal ER. We're actually watching it now, and it's this shop in it's near Miami, somewhere in Miami, and people can bring in all these different kind of animals, different than a normal vet, because normal vets just take cats and dogs, the normal things, but they'll take monkeys and whatever's legal in Broward County down that way.
Florida.
Yeah,
everything's legal,
which is everything, right? So they bring in all these crazy animals, and it gets kind of sad sometimes, and kind of gross at times because they're cutting things open.
I want to watch this.
I don't want to watch this.
But one of the doctors is doing her internship at Dr. K's, and she quickly becomes one of the stars of the show. It's almost like they just said, oh, okay, we like her better. And once she finishes her residency, or whatever you want to call it, her internship there, she moves back to Texas and starts her own show, which is the current show that's on now. It's called Dr. T Lone Star Vet. And it's the same thing, but it's except she's in Texas, and they're both really engaging, and it's funny at times, and interesting. My family, I don't watch it as much as my family watches it. There's 8 seasons of Dr. K's, only 1 season of Dr. T, so that's why it's a 2-for-1, because again, it's almost the same show, and it's just an extension of the other. So but if you like those kind of shows with animals, which you guys are not shaking your head with, or if you have a wife that wants to watch, yes, I don't know, because a lot of wives seem to like this show, I think, a lot. So, but this is not on Disney Plus, so I want to mention this though. I mentioned to you guys the other night about the Tiger King, or is that what it's called? The King of Tiger. Yeah, Tiger King. It's on Netflix, and it's all the rage right now. So we had to watch it, and man, it is out there. Like that dude. It's so weird because you would have thought you would have heard of this guy as much as this. He's made 2 country albums, or he claims are country albums. He's got a zoo, or he used to. I think he's either dead or was in. We haven't gotten far enough yet. I don't know. But he has this big zoo with cats, big cats, basically, that he's brought up, and been in all the news and everything. And I've never heard of this guy, but the way they portray him, it's like we should have heard of him, But it is wacky. It is really wacky. I recommend checking out. It is definitely not a family friendly show.
Yeah, we're doing
Disney
Plus right now. This is family friendly.
I know, but
we'll have to do an episode on this, or at least a part of an episode on this, because I've heard some crazy stuff about the show.
Yeah, somebody gets their arm torn off.
What? Oh gosh!
That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it yet, but there's a lot of really bad language.
I heard one of the ladies murder her husband by chopping him up and feeding him to one of the tigers.
I believe it. Yeah.
Oh my god!
It is,
and then she got away with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch DuckTales again.
I know. Back to family friendly Disney Plus.
So, anyways, my submission is Dr. K and Dr. T.
You want to see
exotic animals?
Exotic animals rip people's arms off.
No. Hey, Ryan.
Let's see if I can find something to bring. No.
Back to you, Ryan.
Okay. I put one. Well, see, some of them I put down. I know that some other people are going to say. So
just say it. I got backups just in case.
No, I'm not. I'll be still and probably raised. I don't know what to. I'm going to say one. I don't want to be judged. Okay.
Oh, we're going to judge. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
All right. I can't. I watched this.
Hannah Montana.
No. This is a new show. I was trying to say. I was like, okay, let me pick a new show.
Do it.
Say it.
High School Musical, the musical, the series.
Not bad. Come on, it's not bad.
You've been judged.
I gave it a chance.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised. It was actually a decent show. It was pretty good. If you don't like High School Musical, guess what? This show is better than all of those movies combined.
Nice.
It's very it's definitely a drama, and it really pulls at your heartstrings. It's like one of those shows that like you get emotional and you're like, I'm a grown man. Why am I getting emotional at this show about a school putting on High School Musical, the musical? But they just do a really great job with it. And one of the things I like it because I'm a musician. I guess I'm a musician. I don't know.
Sure.
I play guitar and sing for people for money sometimes.
For money.
What they did, one of the things that made me like it so much is they let some of the cast members write the songs for the show.
Oh, that's interesting.
And the songs are really good. And these are like teenagers writing these songs. Like I was really impressed by their ability to write songs. But yeah, it's like really good. If you want just sort of, I don't recommend it for kids. Like teenagers, like teens and above.
Teeny boppers.
Because they get into some, some deep.
Do arms get torn off?
No.
Anybody fed to anything?
While they're singing.
It's turning into a little shop of horrors now.
Yeah, but I was impressed by it. I think it's if you're bored, like I was making.
If you're bored.
No, I mean like if you're sitting at home and you're looking for something to watch that's out of your norm, because this is not in my norm. Like,
come on,
I don't know. I don't sit around and watch High School Musical.
I've seen you go into that basketball song.
Here's
several
the
times.
thing. Here's the thing, though. People that watch Disney Plus, for the most part, have probably watched a lot of these Disney shows like Hannah Montana and Zack and Cody and Even Stevens and all those. So I mean, it's not going to be. I figured you might pick it though, actually.
I should have.
But so I don't think it's going to be crazy to them if they're really into Disney. If they bought into Disney Plus for reasons other than watching The Mandalorian, they're probably not going to judge you for it. So I think it's okay.
I sort of want to give you. Are you guys going to watch it?
No,
probably not.
So here's the thing that really got to me, because I worked with teenagers for many years in student ministry, so I've seen it all. But so the main characters, like they're like boyfriend and girlfriend, and then one of them goes off to camp, and before she leaves, she tells the boy that she loves him, and then he just sort of flounders and says, "I think we needed a break," And then, so you're like, oh, typical stuff, blah, 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 typical teenage stuff. Well, then you come to find out that later, the reason that he wouldn't tell this girl that he loves her is because his parents are going through this like horrible separation and divorce. So he thinks if he tells somebody that if he shows anybody love that they're just going to leave him. So it gets like really deep all of a sudden. And you're just like, what the heck's going on? And so it's sort of like their relationship and other people's, like one of the characters' mom works for like the CDC or something like that. So she's whenever there's some kind of crazy thing, they have to pick up and move and stuff. So she's going through all that. So like if you have teenagers or if you work with teenagers, a lot of the stuff that you see going on in the real world, they're like hitting it, head on in the show, which was why I liked it. It wasn't like the goofy High School Musical movies. It was like hitting deep stuff, and you're like, oh man, that's crazy. And by the end of it, you're just like cheering for these teenagers to to pull through all their craziness. So that's why I liked it. Anyways, whatever. Who cares?
It makes you feel things.
Yeah, I'm a man.
All the feels.
I'm feeling things.
I'm over 40 and I watched it. So now we just lost half of our listeners, probably. All right, Ray, back to you.
Ray will save us.
Make up.
All right. Gravity Falls.
That's the one I was going to take. I was going to take that one, but I took the grenade and I took High School Musical for you.
You took the emotional show.
Yeah, that was my top of my list was Gravity Falls.
So after my kids graduated from Phineas and Ferb and they got a little older, Gravity Falls would be on. And once again, don't mind sitting down and watching it because it's smartly written. It's really funny. Again, you wonder how did some of this get past the Disney the Disney trifecta of censors, but it was really the episodes that I saw, and again, they had watched them all like numerous times, so I would catch pieces here and there, and they would try to explain stuff to me and get me caught up. But yeah, it was just really, really fun to watch. Really fun to watch.
The reason they got away with it is because it was on Disney XD, which is like the dark side of Disney.
Oh, okay.
Where stuff goes down.
XD.
I watched the whole series. I even one year when we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, I dressed as Dipper Pine from.
Nice.
Katie was there.
Yeah.
I dressed as Dipper Pine, and my wife dressed as Mabel.
But she didn't quite make it.
She didn't make it because he was puking everywhere. Yeah,
puking rainbows.
She was. We walked out of the hotel room, and she just leaned over and just started vomiting. We're like, what's going on? And she was in the whole Mabel outfit. So all night long, people were asking me, "Where's Mabel?" And I'm like, "She's back at the hotel puking,
Throwing up rainbows."
Yeah. If you're not familiar with Gravity Falls, basically it's Dipper and Mabel Pine, brother and sister. They go visit their grunkle Stan, which is their great uncle, who runs a like roadside attraction,
mystery spot.
Yeah, the mystery spot. And they find out that it's not. There is a bigger mystery afoot, and there's actually crazy stuff going on, and there's gnomes and zombies and minotaurs. And
my favorite episode is where a video game character comes to life.
Wait, which one? There's a couple of them.
Oh, well, it's the first. I mean, the first one. It's like a Street Fighter.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the Street Fighter. And he's constantly in that kind of like idle movement.
Yeah.
Of a game character, and he'll like beat up people, and it's really funny.
Yeah, there's one of the characters.
Did he kill your father?
Yeah.
I will avenge you.
There's another video game one where it's like a dating thing, and one of the other characters falls in love with this computer character, and she like starts to take over. She's like, "You will do as I say. You're in love with me now." It's like really creepy. It's like totally creepy. So that's the other video game one that I didn't know which one you were talking about.
No, yeah, the Street Fighter.
Yeah. Well, cool. Chris, it's your turn. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Unless we can talk about Gravity Falls more.
It's good. I'm going to go with The Legend of the Three Caballeros.
Oh, that's the new one, right?
Yeah, it's a newer one, lesser known. So the Three Caballeros, if you don't know, is I'm gonna forget their names, but one of them's Donald Duck, and then Pancho and Paquito.
That sounds right. Yeah, I think that's right.
But so yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But it's an old it's from like 1944. It's an old Disney movie.
Yeah.
And basically, yeah, they're like three adventurers going out having fun or whatever. Well, they did a animated show. It's been done for a while, but we didn't really have it in the U.S. I don't believe. But then it showed up on Disney Plus, and it's along the lines of like DuckTales and Quack Pack and all that kind of stuff, where they go off adventures every episode. It's very episodic, but like each of their uncles or fathers used to be like the Three Caballeros, the original Three Caballeros, and there's like all this mystical stuff that they were protecting the world from, and they locked it away with the help of this one mystic ancient goddess. And then this series starts up with they all have someone that dies that wills their house to all three of them. So that's what brings them together, and they accidentally release the goddess and a bunch of stuff again. So they have to basically contain all the evilness again.
Wow.
Wow.
And I haven't watched all of it yet, but I'm going to recommend it anyway because it's just been fun.
Yeah.
And I think kids will enjoy it. The animation quality is good. The voice acting, I mean, Donald and everything. But instead of the Huey, Dewey, and Louie, it's Daisy's nieces
Huh.
in the show.
That's
She has 3 nieces that are like Huey,
Interesting.
Dewey, and Louie.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned this because I think I may have noticed it, but when we first got Disney Plus, which wasn't that long ago, but we watched the original Caballeros, and it was okay. Like it's old. It didn't age well, and it was okay. And I think I've seen this, but I wasn't sure,
Yeah,
so we'll have to watch
Donald
it
Duck,
because we do
Donald
enjoy riding the ride at Disney World.
yeah. But yeah, Donald Duck, Jose Carioca, and Panchito Pistoles. are the three
Yes.
main
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Very good, Chris. Very
Yeah,
good.
good
So
choice.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's no High School Musical, the musical music. The musicals.
I should have picked something different. Anyways, all right. Now, Kate,
My turn, right?
Oh, Zach and Cody, come on.
It's not. I'm actually going to change gears, and it kind of goes against what we're all picking these series that have lots of episodes and all that. But I'm going to go Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3. Just because
that's not the name of the show. Sorry, you can't
We-
pick movies.
But we picked movies last time. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. We picked movies last time. So I'm picking Santa Claus 1, 2, 3. I love Tim Allen. We watch almost every night. We turn on one of the over-the-air channels, and it's Tool Time or whatever the show is. Home Improvement is on, and we've talked about this before. We watch it almost every night, and he's just hilarious, and those movies are well done. And of course, you can do this in one day. You can binge watch all 3 of these, and they come on TV all the time. But I added it to the list. I wanted to mix it up, so.
They're fun. They're good
There you go.
movies. I remember, like, I was working in a movie theater when the first one came out, and that thing was always packed.
Yeah.
Like, so many people came to see that movie, and every time after they left, it was such a mess to clean up. There's like kitty boxes everywhere, and popcorn, and everything was somehow even more stickier than usual
Oh.
after a movie.
Losing their minds over the Santa Claus.
Yes. There was a second one. I think it was the second one. I think that's
Which was
what
your
it
favorite, Katrin?
I don't. Okay, so there's one is the original, all right? So he becomes Santa Claus.
The original, yeah.
There's
was.
the Santa Claus, right, where he gets a wife,
The Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus. I'm sorry, yeah, the Mrs. Claus. Was that the second one? And then
Yeah.
the third one is that the one with Martin Short and
Yes.
Yes.
Cross.
The Escape Clause.
the Escape Clause. Oh man, I think I'd probably stick with the original one.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best one, but I love them all. I mean, they're all have their moments.
The first one was almost more, I wouldn't say necessarily realistic, but it was more
Yeah,
but
controlled.
the second one, it
totally
got a lot
realistic.
more cartoony.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it did. It was kind of funny that they. The best part of that is when they bring her family up there and they say that they're Canada.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody's saying "a" at the
they-
end of their sentences.
They
so.
knocked them out. Everyone's
Yeah.
really short in Canada.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just the idea of this is what Canada looks like. It's so funny. So there you go.
I like it. We'll
You'll allow
accept.
it.
We'll allow it.
I don't care if you do or don't. I will leave.
All right. My turn, I guess. Okay, so High School Musical, the musicals. No, I was kidding. 1, 2, and 3. No.
I had a spit take there.
That would have been funny.
It's like, oh, they made 3 of them?
They did make 3 of those movies. That's not my pick. Yeah, they made 3 of them. And with each one, they got a little they stole just a little bit more of your soul. No, Agent Carter.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought I was trying to pick something from Disney, from Marvel, from Nat Geo. That's National Geographic for
Oh,
fancy talk.
Yeah. But so yeah, Agent Carter. If you're not familiar with Agent Carter, then it's based on Peggy Carter, which was basically Captain America's girl, lady friend back in the day. And basically, this is her adventures after Captain America is presumably dead and gone. This is her adventures as part of S.H.I.E.L.D. and before it was S.H.I.E.L.D., pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's got
Haley Atwell.
Yeah, well, yeah, Haley Atwell. But it's got oh gosh, Tony Stark's
Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis and Tony Stark's dad.
Yeah, the actual real life Jarvis, the butler.
Yeah, the butler.
Who was like almost like a secret agent on his own.
Yeah. So it's sort of their adventures and what happens. I mean, those sort of forgotten times.
The forming of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that.
So it's only 2 seasons though, which it deserved more.
Season 1 was awesome. Season 2, I was like, oh, not so awesome.
They needed a season 3 to sort of bring it back to wrap everything up. But yeah, season 1 was awesome. So that's just a little something if you in the Marvel realm if you're looking for a series because they don't have many Marvel series on there yet. No. It's just Agent Carter and the Runaways.
Yes, Runaways is there.
And I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I don't think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is on there yet.
No,
it's not. I want to pick that one, but
they probably still have a deal with like Netflix or something.
Yeah.
On there. So there you go. So if you want a little spy, espionage, that kind of stuff, Agent Carter. Back to Ray.
Back to me. So this isn't really a series per se, but there is that section on Disney Plus for shorts. So you have like your run of all sorts of animated shorts, lots of Pixar shorts, some Disney shorts. If you wanted to like kind of create your own sort of series / marathon, stuff like Partysaurus Rex from Pixar. It's pretty freaking awesome. Highly recommend that one. You got some of the old classic Pixar stuff like For the Birds on there, which is super fun as well. And then you got some of their newer ones. They got some Toy Story shorts on there. But you can kind of pick and choose, if you're not really into Forky. I think there's like a Forky short on there.
I love Forky.
Yeah, but some people might not be. So
some people might not be.
So
create your own playlist.
If you want to be creeped out and have nightmares for days, go back and watch Tin Toy.
Oh yeah.
Or as my children like to call it, Creepy Baby, because it is the creepiest baby you will ever see in your entire life. I guess,
but at the same time, it's awesome because you can see how far CG animation has come. Because some of the early stuff is
the stuff of
it's a little rough. yeah, it's nightmare fuel. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.
You cannot unsee Creepy Baby.
Yeah,
that's what my kids call it, and they always want to go. Let's watch Creepy Baby. I'm like, no,
please
let's not watch Creepy
I want to sleep tonight. So the Pixar shorts, is that what we're going to call it? We'll just call it that.
Yeah, we call it Pixar shorts, sure.
Yeah. Man, this is going to be a long episode, but it's our anniversary birthday episode, so
yes, it's a special episode.
What else you guys got to do?
Work tomorrow.
No, you're working from home. Doesn't count.
Yes.
All right, so Chris.
Yeah, I'll go.
Zach and Cody, or
no, and well, since you mentioned it already, Runaways.
There you go.
I haven't watched it. Is it good?
It's good. Like I'm behind on it. I've watched the first season, but it's good. Like it's a Marvel show that's on Disney Plus. It's especially if you kind of lean a little bit towards like the CW shows, like Vampire Diaries and stuff like that. Like I think it's better than those. But like in that kind of vein where it's like a teen drama, but with superheroes basically. But the basic premise is these kids, they've been friends since like they were little kids, like they're teenagers now. Their families would always get together at times for certain reasons, and just kind of hang out or whatever. But the teenagers come to find out that their parents are basically supervillains.
Well, you just gave it away. Now I don't have to watch it.
No, that's just the opening premise. You'll get that in like the first like 10 minutes of the show.
There's some kind of animal. What's this animal?
There is a velociraptor in the show.
What?
There's
Sold.
someone they have a pet velociraptor.
I love it.
Because one of the parents they dabble in like the sciences and genetics and all that. They're like the evil scientists of the group.
I dabble in the sciences.
The sciences. And they made a velociraptor, and one of their children has like a kind of a telepathy with the dinosaur, and it becomes like their friend. And about like each kid has kind of different powers. One's like a techno guy. One can like shoot like rays of light and stuff. One's super strong. And basically, they come together to try and stop their parents from kind of taking over the world and doing these bad things. But the first season, I definitely recommend. I like it. I haven't been able to watch the other two because it first showed up on Hulu.
Yeah.
But now it's on Disney+.
3 seasons.
Yeah.
It's under the soap opera melodrama category.
Yes. So it's more for teenagers than little kids. But hey, there's a velociraptor. And the last season brought in the actress from Austin Powers, the first Austin Powers. What's her name?
Oh, it was
Elizabeth
Hurley.
Yeah, Elizabeth Hurley.
Huh.
She comes in like the later season as like one of the main villains for it.
Cool.
So yeah, so I'd recommend it. Yeah.
I've added it to my list of things to
Ooh.
watch. There we go. Something new for me. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, Katrin, you've got 2 more, so
2 more.
you've got you've got 2 chances here to pick the 2 shows that we want you to pick.
Oh.
So
man, I didn't realize.
Don't let us down, Zach and Cody.
Well, I'm probably not going to pick what you want me to pick. So
No.
I'm going to go back to the kids shows and go to another Disney XD show that is called Big City Greens. Have you ever watched Big City Greens?
I've seen a little bit
I've
of
seen
it.
a couple
it's
episodes.
so funny. Like, because the idea behind the show is that they are these podunk. This podunk family that's moving to the big city to live with their grandmother, or the grandmother of the family, and she lives in this shack that's in the middle of downtown, like New York, essentially, and which is crazy because there's grass and there's a farm essentially in their backyard, or at least a garden and some animals, and so it's them surviving in the big city. The main character, his name is Cricket Green, so their last name is Green, and he's just this crazy little kid or whatever. It's really more of a kid's show. It's not one that I would say all adults go out and watch, but it's fun to watch with your kids. It's again, it's on XD, so it's a little more out there and not for all kids. But my son is 8 and he gets the jokes and thinks all the things are funny, as they say. But the sister has a really kind of funny accent. I mean, they all have these Southern accents, of course, but it's a real funny show. I don't mind watching it with my son. So, unfortunately, they only have one season on Disney Plus right now, but there are others on the Disney, whatever that is now. I can't think of what it is. The
app.
The app, yeah. Disney Now, that's what it's called. And man, there's so much more on Disney Now than there is on Disney Plus, it seems like, for those kind of things. There are like Pokemon is on Disney XD on Disney Now. I didn't realize it was a Disney show.
They picked up the licensing for that a few years ago. I think.
And there are so many seasons of that. So if that were on there, I would halfway recommend that. I never watched it, but my son has started watching it, and it's like, I can get into this, all right. But anyways, Big City Greens, pretty funny show. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
There's my pick. Oh, I knew you guys wouldn't pick it, so I went with it.
Well, I haven't seen much of it. I've seen a couple episodes.
It's funny, man. It's real funny.
Big City Greens. I know the accent you're talking about.
Yeah. Hey.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Ryan.
Now what am I gonna choose? I had The World According to Jeff Goldblum on a list, but we already said that one, right? We pretty much said this is one that everybody's gonna watch.
Yeah, that's one of their flagship shows.
Watch it. Just watch it.
Oh yeah.
Watch that and The Mandalorian over and over again. I'm doing one for my kids. If you have a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old,
I know what this is.
You have to check out Zach and Cody. No.
Oh.
You have to check out a little show from Australia called Bluey.
Bluey.
This is one of those shows, like you were saying, Ray, that it's made for kids, but when adults watch it, you're like, this is freaking hilarious.
Awesome.
Because it's about this Australian dog family that it's like 2 daughters and the mom and the dad, and it's just hilarious. We've talked about it on the show before. Some of the things they do, like there's this one where they want to play hotel, and so they tell the dad they want to play hotel, and the dad's like, oh no, not hotel. And so they set up the house like a hotel, and one of the daughters is taking the dad to the rooms, and he's like, here, how about this room? And they open the door, and he's like, I think the bed's too small for me. And they open up another door, and the other daughter's sitting on the toilet, and they're like, hey, there's somebody in here. And then they go to the final room, and they're like, and this room comes with a woman in the shower. And the dad's like, ooh, I'll take this room. Because the mom was in the shower. It was like, it's hilarious. So the kids don't get like stuff like that, but I'm just sitting there like, So it's just like, it's like on Disney Junior. It's made for little kids, but it cracks me up. It is so funny. And it's like short, episodes. They'll do like 2 or 3 episodes within an episode, like on Disney Junior. So they're short, they're fun to watch. There's like 2 seasons of it. It's something you can watch with the kids and still like not lose your mind, watching like some.
I get you.
Yeah. So it's something that you can watch and
SpongeBob
and laugh at and just like that. So I encourage you, just check out Bluey.
Oh, I can't stand it.
Yeah. There's some good. There's one called Markets where they go to the markets and it's funny. The one about the hotels is hilarious. There's one about the 2 little girls pretend to be grandmas, and they go into the kitchen and they pretend it's a grocery store and they steal all the beans. And the mom's like, hey, get back here. And they slip on the beans, and one of them goes, I slipped on my beans. And it's just like ridiculous and dumb and stupid and funny. There's one where they want to play taxi and they take the dad to the airport and they keep stopping for different things and he's going to miss his flight. And it's just funny. Go check out Bluey. It's something you can watch even when the little kids are around and you can still get a little laugh out of it. I slipped on my beans. Okay, Ray. Your last one?
Well, I was struggling for a number 5.
Oh.
My kid suggested the original DuckTales. which I was like, yes, the original DuckTales is awesome.
And Chris
And
said,
we may have seen all of the original DuckTales, but our younglings may not have.
That's true.
That is true.
So, yeah, reintroduce them to the originals, to the classics.
Yes.
They're classic for a reason.
And the butler's still alive.
The butler's still alive in that one.
Yay!
Duckworth. That's a dog, but his name's Duckworth.
Yeah, who knows? Go figure.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I guess, nothing else to say about that one.
I'll call you when I want to call you. But I'm a dog, sir. You're Duckworth.
Chris.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was struggling to pick the last one. I want to say like Darkwing Duck, but it's because it's good. It's one of my favorite Disney afternoon shows, but I want to pick something different. So I went with X-Men Evolution.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. It was like 2000, 2003. There's like 4 seasons of it. But X-Men Evolution is a X-Men cartoon.
No way.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, there you go. I know.
Huh.
I know.
Wondering.
I thought it was like a Zack and Cody thing.
The name throws you a bit, but that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And it's good. It's like it's a different take on some of those X-Men characters, and they kind of took some things for the movies that were coming out at the time. It's like because basically like the first movie came out in like 2000, so like we need another X-Men cartoon because the other one was off the air by that time. So they came up with this one. It's very early 2000s, like dress wise and everything. I mean, one of the characters is a skateboarding guy, so it's but it's fun. Like it's got some fun takes on it. Nightcrawler is one of my favorite X-Men. Is one of the main ones on it. Rogue, Cyclops, Jean Grey. They introduced a new character, Spike, who's like related to Storm, who comes to the Xavier school. So they're all teenagers in this, for the most part. It kind of mixes up where Storm's more adult, and like Scott and Jean and all them are teenagers. And there's a Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and they go to the same high school.
Of course they do.
So, we're gonna rumble.
Yeah. It's like Avalanche and the Blob and stuff like that. And Magneto kind of comes in and out of the show. Mystique is one of the main villains. She actually like disguises herself as the principal of the school. It's just fun and ridiculous at times, and I don't know. I gotta suggest that the animation is done well too, for like a TV show. They stepped it up a little bit with this one, I think. And Wolverine is like one of the teachers.
Of course.
What's he
teach?
Well, I don't like combat. Probably.
He has a cooking class.
Wood shop or something.
Slice them and dice them.
Kebabs again. That's all he ever teaches us.
But it has some interesting takes on X-Men characters that you've seen. It's just different.
Like West Side Story.
Yeah. Because like they have like other X-Men series that they've done since this one, but they haven't been as good. There was like Wolverine the X-Men. It was kind of okay. The original X-Men, was good. The cartoon, and that's on there too if you want to watch that. But
watch them all.
This one's a little different, a little fun.
Yeah. Fun. All right, Mr. K-Tron.
All right. Well, this was a big struggle for me. I wanted to go with another
we
movie.
We should have just made it top 4.
No, it's fine. I wanted to go with another movie, but I don't want to do that but if I did, I would have gone with National Treasure because that's one of my favorite. There's only 2 of those, but I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to go with Rescue Rangers. That's one of my son's favorites. I was trying to get away from going with another cartoon, but it's really great. And they only have 1 season on here. There's a bunch more. That's weird. Because we own a lot of the DVDs that we bought for my son when he was younger. That's a couple of years ago. But we watched
He was
those
still called Charlie.
so many times. We would listen to them in the car because we have the DVD player, and he would watch them over and over again. But it is a good show. Good characters, and it just brings back a lot of good memories for me. So
it has one season, but there are 65 episodes.
Maybe
so they may
the DVDs we have, they called it different seasons, but it's actually just one big long season. Who knows? That's interesting. They shoot dogs, don't they? Interesting. The last episode, which there's a book called They Shoot Managers, don't they? And so I wonder if that's a take off that. But anyways, there you go.
That sounds good to me.
Rescue Rangers.
I just saw Willow's on here. I didn't know Willow was on here.
There's what's the new show with that guy on there that was in Willow? There's a show that it's either getting ready to come out or they're talking about it, but he's gonna be in it. It's not about Willow though. I was hoping you all remember
the guy that played Willow.
Yeah.
You got a new show coming out?
Yes, he's in something new. I'll look it up while you all.
He had a show out that was like a mockumentary about his life that was hilarious.
No,
yeah, it was like a parody. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure. What is his name? Warwick Davis.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
He's in everything.
Warwick. I just should have gone to IMDb there. Let's do this.
I didn't know Willow was on here though. I want to go watch it now.
Let's watch it right now.
Let's do it.
Ron Howard confirms Willow series at Disney Plus. So it's actually a Willow series that's coming out. It's been announced. I'm sorry, it's not coming out soon. It's been announced.
There you go. But yeah, if the Life's Too Short is the kind of mockumentary show, and it's got Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant.
It is so funny.
So he was in Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker.
Yep.
He's Wicket.
Yeah.
Wicket. And his daughter or son?
Yeah, one of them
was Ewok beside him.
Yep.
And Solo.
Yeah, he's been in basically all the Star Wars movies.
That's crazy.
Not all of it, like
as Wicket.
No, different characters.
All the Star Wars and all the Harry Potters.
That's the trivia. What actor besides Mark Hamill has been in every?
Anthony Daniels.
Yeah,
be the one that's been in.
Yeah, but I mean, he's what was he in Rogue One?
Oh, Anthony Daniels? No.
Not all the main. Like we're not counting.
I know, but
Tripio was in there.
Wasn't
that him?
I don't remember.
Remember?
He
had a cameo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But Warwick Davis was in Rogue One as well. So maybe those two people have been in every single movie.
Warwick Davis wasn't in Empire or A New Hope.
Yeah, he wasn't in the
because
first.
he was like a little kid when he was in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. I don't see him.
Mark Hamill bought him all the Star Wars toys.
Yep.
Or episode 6.
Yeah. Anyways, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you want to.
Oh, okay. I don't have to. All right.
Last one. Make it a good one.
Oh gosh.
Closing us out.
The little known show called The Mandalorian. I'll do another cartoon. Why not? Animated series. Sure.
Our show. We can do what we want.
Why not? I thought about Pirates, but everybody's going to watch Pirates on there. But they don't have all the Pirates movies on there. They have 4 or 5 of the Pirates.
They don't need all of them.
Yeah, just the first one.
But no, this is a fun one. Another one. I was trying to pick ones you could watch with the family. This is another fun one. If you like Tangled, check out Tangled the series.
Oh.
It's actually fun. Really well done.
What's the first movie? It was like
the show's better than the movie. I thought.
Oh, okay.
Not better than the movie.
Yeah, but the
show movie,
animated series movie.
Yeah,
they did before the actual series.
Yeah, the show. To me, the show's more like the actual movie. Like it's got the humor and it's got the It's funny. But yeah, so basically it's the continuation of what happened after Tangled the movie. As she goes back to live in Corona, which is sort of not funny, but funny that was trapped, wasn't allowed to leave the house and go to Corona because of Corona.
It's a stretch.
Because her mother did not want her to go to Corona or get to Corona virus. Anyways, that was going around. There was a meme going around. I'm sorry, I apologize. Edit this out. Yeah, I'm not going to edit it out. Anyways, I thought I watch it with the kids. We like it. It's fun.
Got the same voice cast. So.
Yeah, it's got the same voice cast. It's got a lot of the characters from The Ugly Duckling have bigger parts in the show.
Nice.
So that's hilarious because you got the little dude, the little drunk guy. He's like in most of the episodes, and he's like just hilarious. He'll just pop in and do something dumb. And one of the guy that wears the big helmet, like, has a bakery now in town, and so it's just funny. Like, it's a funny show. It's a good continuation. If you like Tangled's one of my favorite Disney movies. I like it better than Frozen. I'll just go ahead and say that. Yeah, two thumbs up. Yeah. I love Tangled. Yeah. So I would check it out. It's on there. They're still making the series. I think there's another season coming out.
Yeah, it's 2D animation too, and the style's a little different. It's kind of fun.
The style's a little different. Spoiler: she gets her hair back. But it's a little different take on it, how she gets her hair back. Rapunzel gets her hair back. Musical or something. What's that movie? There's some movie about that.
Stella gets her groove back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Rapunzel gets her groove back with her hair. Gets all her powers and everything. Anyways, all right. So there we go. There's 5, 10, 15, 20 shows.
We didn't
look at that.
The Simpsons. Nobody picked The Simpsons.
I was gonna say The Simpsons.
Well, I think we were all picking stuff that most people wouldn't think about.
Sure. No, I agree. And
everybody's gonna watch The Mandalorian, Jeff Goldblum, The Simpsons, The Clone Wars.
I've got an honorable mention of a new show that I don't know that people have noticed or tried it yet, but it's Shop Class. I think it's called.
That was right here as a
honorable mention
for me too. Have you watched it?
Yeah, it's really good. Yes,
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's cool.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's like basically Shop Class. They bring Shop Class teachers in and they pair them up with kids and they make stuff. And it's hosted by
Justin Long. Is that his name?
Long? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's famously known for, those movies.
He's Alvin from Alvin and Chipmunk.
Yeah, but
of course.
There's one.
And they bring an Imagineering too.
Yeah, an Imagineer.
One of the judges.
Imagineering Story is another one that everybody will watch. So we didn't mention that, but it's probably the best documentary. One of the best documentaries.
Yeah.
About
Fairy Tale Weddings. Disney Fairy Tale Weddings is actually pretty good. It's kind of fun. It's got some fun stories and stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but jump out.
It's just cool to see the parks in different ways.
Yeah. Justin Long tries to be funny, not to go back to Shop Class, but he tries to be funny.
Yeah.
He makes jokes to the kids, and the kids, he's like, "Do you think this is funny?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And then it cuts to like a scene where they're just talking to the camera, and they're like, "Yeah, he's not funny at all.
He's not funny." Yeah, some of it's probably put on, but it's really funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Very cool. Yeah, I had that one on the list too. Well, there you go. Do we pick our top 5 of the top 5, or do we just say, "Hey, here's 20 shows, go at it"?
Here's 20 shows.
Yeah, just go at it.
Just go at it.
You got time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know. Social media.
Let us know.
You watch any of these shows, and you can tell us how wrong we are. You can make fun of me for watching High School Musical, the musical series.
Can Chris and I plug something before we go?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Not while we brought you on.
What do you think this is?
Why did you
What?
think I wanted to come on?
This is why I brought Ray on.
If you're not plugging the Fresh Maker, then you're not plugging anything. Fresh Maker? No, you can plug something. Is Chris allowed to plug anything?
Yeah,
I think so.
why not?
This episode of I'm Geek is sponsored by. Go ahead.
Oh,
I
God,
wouldn't
don't
say,
say it.
I wouldn't
Don't
say
that.
sponsored by.
Yes, let's not say that.
No, it's not
It's not
sponsored by.
sponsored by the Fresh Maker.
Yes. We worked on a little game called Doom Eternal, which came out last week.
Never heard of
Which
it.
you might want to play if you're
Yeah.
stuck at home between watching High School Musical and DuckTales.
They go
You
great.
need a
They're
little
great
murderous
variant.
intent in your day.
Yes, yes.
So it's out now.
It's out now. Came out last Friday.
Is it out worldwide?
Mostly. I think there
Yeah.
is something with the international release because some of the stores had to close down because of the virus. So, and GameStop's closed and stuff like that. So I think some of the international release may have been delayed. I'm not sure. But you can
get it
do-
like at the store, like PS Store.
You can get it. Yeah.
You can download Steam
download
it.
Store.
Yeah. Digital
Steam,
download.
all those things.
Huh. Yeah. Steam.
The Google's
Bethesda.
thing that they have, the Stadia or whatever it's called. I think they have it on there too.
Yeah. If it's not out, it may not be. I can't remember, Chris. If it's out on
can't
Stadia or
remember.
if that releases later.
That
But
might be later.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah, it's gotten great reviews. Everybody seems
see.
to like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. My kids have been playing it like nonstop.
Are they 18 or older?
Sure.
Yeah, how does that work?
They're supervised. They're supervised.
Super. I'm just being silly.
For the purpose of this podcast, yes, they are.
Yeah, Catron and I can't wait to play it.
We
Can't
can't
wait.
wait for you to play it.
I know. I bought 2 copies for you guys. I just haven't got the copies yet.
2021 will probably.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry about that. You know, this virus thing.
It's got a virus on it.
No, I don't want to put it on my PlayStation if there's a virus on it.
Yes. Each copy comes licked by us. Just
Yeah.
Is this like a?
Like a side scroller.
No, one player game, but it does have multiplayer. Right? I'm trying to plug stuff for you.
Yeah, it's a first person shooter game.
Uh-huh.
So it's main story, but which is what most people play it for. But it does come with what they call battle mode,
Okay.
which is a multiplayer. It's a little different battle mode, which is cool.
Mhm.
It's 1v2, so it's 1 Slayer versus 2 demons
Oh.
in an arena. It'll be perfect for the 3 of us.
Oh, I
man.
thought it was 1 demon versus 2 slayers, but it's 1 slayer versus 2 demons.
1 Slayer versus 2 demons.
Oh, that
Yeah.
just changes the game right there.
yeah, it does. We play it at work like all the time. It's
Oh,
That's
fun.
all you do at work.
It's so stressful. It's so fun.
I heard that your wife is really good at it.
Oh, she's amazing at it.
There's videos.
There's video. She's never played a first-person shooter before.
No,
And I just kinda- I threw her in the deep end with it, and yeah, she didn't make it very far. But she had fun though, and she wants to try it again. I told her I could just beat the whole game for her and get the cheat code so she can just won't die when she plays.
So will this game like have like DLCs and stuff, or is it pretty much this is the game?
Oh no, there's more content. coming.
Yeah, there'll be more
Yeah, yeah.
content coming.
Yeah.
I saw that there's a year pass you can buy or something like that for some of the
The
content.
like deluxe edition. If you get the deluxe edition, it comes with I believe
Season pass.
yeah,
Season
first 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So there'll be a
Lots
lot of cool stuff coming out.
lots of fun skins and stuff.
There's a unicorn guy on there.
Yeah, you can get a unicorn skin if you do the Twitch.
If you link it to your Bethesda Net account, you can get the
Link it to something.
yeah. Link your Twitch account to your Bethesda Net account, and then you can get the Doomicorn, which we call it. With I think it comes with a couple podiums and maybe another skin for a gun or something like that. It comes with a few things.
Hmm.
It's fun. It's super fun.
Is there going to be any I Am Geek skins?
I cannot disclose that information at this time, Ryan. You're digging too deep. You're digging too deep.
Would you say it's sort of on the same level as Animal Crossing? Pretty much the same game?
Yeah.
You've probably seen the videos, of Isabelle and the Doomslayer hanging out together. I mean,
there is a love between the two games.
It is so awesome. It is so awesome how people have sort of kind of shipped them together in terms of these fun little animations where their worlds collide or completely cross over, where he's in her world and she's in his world. It's been hilarious. Mm-hmm. The fans are just awesome.
True love. Yeah, I can't wait to play it. Go out and get it, or don't go out. Okay,
don't go out.
Do not leave your house.
Download it. Don't. Yes.
Download it from home.
Yes.
Don't go out.
Save
just don't
your home.
You get the disc, you're going to load it onto your machine anyway, so just download it.
Just download it. Yeah. I don't like getting discs anymore, anyways. So just stay home. Download it. If you get a disc, every time you want to switch games, guess what you have to do? Get up, off.
But there's no reason to change it, right?
Oh, yeah, once you start playing, you're not complaining.
Yeah. You should basically just wipe your Xbox and just have this on there.
There you go.
You guys got anything else you want to plug? About?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Something behind you there? A lot of cool things behind you.
I guess you're talking to Ray, because I have...
Yeah, I'm looking at Ray.
He's got some blinds back there.
What's he got?
Some blinds. I got some toys.
Pirates?
I got some pirate maquettes, and I got a Doomslayer maquette and an Iron Man, and all kinds of stuff. Nothing like Skylar Dane's place he's on. Man, that dude's got some sweet stuff. But
my place is pretty cool too.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Ryan. Your place is very cool.
Yes, you got cool things.
Gosh.
They're just things, though. They fill empty void in my soul.
You all can't see what's on the walls where I am, but
because it's a family-friendly show. That's why.
There are 2 ducks on the walls.
2 ducks.
And they're live ducks.
They're not live. They're dusty, though.
Sounds like a joke, like 2 ducks walking to a bar.
You want me? I can't move my computer right now, but there are
Billy Bassmouth or whatever they are. They start talking to you when you walk.
There are ones that I might have shot.
What?
Oh my gosh! It's your wall of murder.
Yeah, this one I have.
Here's my murder wall.
This one duck I have, and I'll leave it.
Murder wall.
It's a male. It's a duck with a head that looks like a male. These are mallards. And so it has a Drake head, so it's a male, has a green head.
Drake the singer?
Yes. And the body looks like a hen, which is a female duck. So it's kind of a hybrid. It's can't quite decide what it is, I guess.
Wait.
Wow.
How did this happen?
It's one of a kind.
Apparently it happens. Yeah, that's why we got it. It's one of the first times I went duck hunting, and they're like, well, you got to take that one, And
you killed a half male, half female duck?
I might not have. I probably didn't shoot it. I'm a terrible shot, but it's.
It belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum.
Look, Chris is trying to show off.
Apparently, it happens a lot. So.
That's some fun stuff.
I can. Oh, there's.
Oh, there he is.
There it is. Oh, yeah, that's totally a male head.
You can't tell.
And a female body.
There's the fan. I can't get the other one, and then the other one's just a standard Drake mallard.
I got things.
Chris's stuff.
We have a wood duck downstairs.
Nobody can see this stuff.
Iron Man.
I don't even know why we're talking
Got a cool Iron Man. I know.
This is the extra content.
Yeah.
Save it for the live show.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a bunch of Dragon Ball Z stuff and
wanting to see this now.
Yeah. So yeah, when the live show happens, you'll get to see all this fun stuff.
Oh my God, Chris, is that a human head in a jar?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. No, that's a Darkwing Duck statue in a jar and a Batman statue in your jar. You're probably just seeing reflection though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and the Jack Skellington. Yeah, fun stuff.
I'm going to say my stuff with the live stream. I'm not going to say what's in my room at all.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
There's more than Star Wars. There's wrestling
Funkos.
and Lord of the Rings in a haunted mansion.
Ha! We got you to admit what's in your
Oh
room.
no!
Live stream ruined.
Anyways, you guys got anything else?
I think we've done.
I think we've done enough.
Yeah.
We've gone 2 hours. This has been an
Oh my
epic
birthday bash.
birthday
show.
stay-at-home bash.
Hands are clean.
Hands are clean. You know,
Getting delirious.
getting hilarious. The kid, one of my kids only woke up once doing this.
Nice.
There you go.
Well, I got silent there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's time to go count the rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, make sure they're all still there.
There's a website, by the way, that you can go and figure out how long you'll survive. You put how many rolls of toilet paper you have, and it'll show how many days you should be able to survive on.
How
Perfect.
how bored did some guy have to be where he said, you know what, there's nothing left to do. I'm just going to make a calculator that calculates toilet paper and how long it'll last. Somebody did that.
You were so gonna look that up.
Somebody did that.
Yep.
Wonder who it was. Bet his name was Joe.
No, he works in a button factory.
Anyways.
Hi, my name's Joe.
Oh gosh.
Got a wife and 2 kids.
And with that, this has been episode 140 of I Am Geek. Happy birthday anniversary to us. 3 years. We've made it this far. Here's the 3 more.
At
At least.
Only 3
No,
more.
at least.
3,333 more.
Who knows
ticking
what
clock.
apocalypse we'll be living in this time next year.
Yes.
So, who knows what April will hold? There could be an alien invasion. No one knows at this point. It's 2020.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
The Roaring 20s.
Yep. Well, until next time, this has been I Am Geek, and we will talk with you next week. I slipped on my page.